A Day on the Focus. Hey everyone, and welcome back to A Day on the Focus. Today is December 5th, and we've got a jam-packed history lesson for you. Buckle up, Buttercup, because we're jumping through time. First up, way back in 63 BC, Cicero, that Roman dude, delivered his fourth and final Catiline oration. Poor Catiline, constantly being orated about. Talk about a bad reputation. Fast forward a bit to 1033 AD. A massive earthquake in the Jordan Rift Valley caused a tsunami and destroyed tons of cities. Yikes. That's a pretty rough day to have lived through. Then, in 1484, Pope Innocent VIII issued a papal bull, basically a fancy medieval decree, authorizing witch hunts in Germany. Heinrich Kramer and Jacob Sprenger were tasked with finding these witches. Sounds like a fun job, right? Not so much. We've got more earthquakes in 1456. Italy took a massive hit, with reports estimating 70,000 deaths. Brutal. 10. Jumping ahead to 1757, the 7 Years' War saw the Battle of Leuthen. Frederick the Great of Prussia totally schooled the Austrians, a decisive victory that changed the tide of the war. And then, in 1770, 2 soldiers were found guilty of manslaughter for their part in the Boston Massacre. Always a somber anniversary. 1914 saw the start of the Imperial Trans-Antarctic Expedition, an ambitious attempt to cross Antarctica by land. Talk about a tough expedition. A sadder note, in 1921, the Football Association in England banned women's football from league grounds. That ban lasted a long time, 50 years to be exact. 1952 brought the Great Smog of London, a devastating air pollution event that killed thousands. A stark reminder of the dangers of pollution. And finally, in 1977, Egypt broke diplomatic relations with several countries. Now, that's a dramatic international move. So there you have it, a whirlwind tour through history on this December 5th. A little story for the day. 10 bowlings. Imagine this. It's 1952 in London. A thick pea super fog has rolled in. The air is thick with coal smoke. Bowls. A young woman, Elara, is hurrying home from her job at a small bookshop. She's carrying a precious first edition of Dickens, a gift for her grandfather. The fog is so thick she can barely see a few feet in front of her. The choking air burns her lungs, but she pushes on, her cough a ragged counterpoint to the city's muffled sounds. She finally reaches her grandfather's house, gasping for breath but safe. The Dickens novel becomes a cherished family heirloom, a reminder of a day that nearly swallowed London whole. A day where the Great Smog threatened not just the city's visibility, but the very lives of its inhabitants. This story reminds us of the importance of remembering the Great Smog, and the lessons we can learn from it about air pollution and its devastating effects. That's all the time we have for today. Join us tomorrow for another trip through history on A Day on the Focus.